7:20 a.m. I just got up from bed, brushed my teeth, and the stock market is going to open in about an hour and 10 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and get the day started. And this is my first time doing a vlog style YouTube video, so literally first for everything. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how I get my morning started, what I do to prepare for the actual stock market open. Then we're gonna actually trade the market open. We're gonna trade throughout the day. And I'm gonna give you a perspective on how all of this goes as a trader. You know, what's the actual life of a trader, the realistic life, because you go on Instagram and TikTok and it's all glamour. It's all like fancy cars, it's all private jets, trading from your phone, but in reality, that's not the reality of it, okay? So I want to show you an actual perspective on how to trade. But first and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a coffee. So I'm gonna go into the kitchen. We got the coffee right here. So gonna head and get that started. All right, the coffee, boom, has been made, all right. And if you wanna be a trader, you have to make sure you drink black coffee. We don't use creamer, we don't use sugar. You gotta drink it black because, I don't know, it gives you that bitter taste in the morning. It's a perfect thing to get you going. So let's see how it is. That's awesome. That's awesome. The market's opening in about an hour, and the first thing that I like to do before the market opens, before I even get to my desk where I create my watch list, is get myself like in the zone, because in about an hour, I'm going to be putting my own real money on the line to make more. I need to be focused. I need to actually be in the right mindset. So that's what the coffee is for, honestly. That kind of gives me that little boost to get started. But for me, it's really just getting into the zone, me not overthinking things, and me just like putting myself in a position where I could just execute on every single trade. So yeah, that's basically the goal for the next like 10 to 15 minutes before I start creating my watch list. All right, so I haven't done an apartment tour video yet. I think I'm gonna have to make a video for that because a lot of people in my Instagram, TikTok lives are asking, but I'll give you a quick little tour of my balcony and of my trading area before we start trading. So here we go. Here's kind of like the hangout zone. I was snacking last night, so got the peanut butter cups, got some lemonade out. And honestly, the best part is, of course, the balcony and the view, of course, especially in the morning where we can open this up. And it's honestly beautiful. And this is what I do every single morning. I just come out here and just look out, look into the ocean. This is what really gets me like started. It really gets me, like I said, in the right mindset. And then next, of course, is the trading room. So this is where I'm actually going to be trading. I'm going to lift up my desk a little bit because I don't like to sit in the mornings. And honestly, the room is like extremely bland. As you can see, it's just white walls and like a really basic ass chair. So I'm definitely gonna need to do some improvements for this room. So, you know, maybe I'll ask for your advice. Maybe you guys could drop some suggestions in the comments. And yeah, we'll have to start kind of making it look like an actual trading room. So quick little recap of my actual trading week, and I wanted to put into perspective what it's like to actually be a trader. So I got to give the truth out there, right? And I feel like whenever you go on, again, Instagram, social media, you see traders making like thousands of dollars per day, but a lot of them are not showing their losing days. A lot of them are not showing the times where it's a little bit difficult to trade. And that's just the reality of it. And the goal is, when it's difficult to trade, when you're not on your game, when you're not making tons of money in the markets, when it's not a lucrative trading environment, you have to be managing your risk, and you can't have huge losing days. You need to be limiting your losses. And that's kind of what it's been this week. I've been more in like conservative mode, where the first 2 days I started down in the morning. On Monday and Tuesday, started down in the morning and then ended up recovering. So I made about $700 on Monday and then $600 on Tuesday. Yesterday I actually lost. So yesterday was Wednesday. I lost about $200. All right. So today, going in today, I know it's like not a great trading environment. It's not going to be an environment where you're going to be making a lot of money. Not sure. It's just the way it is right now. It's kind of slow in the markets. Not that many trades. Not that many opportunities. Not that much continuation. So for me, going into the market, I'm going to be, number one, really, really selective. I'm not going to be aggressive with my setups. I'm not going to be, trying to take every single trade. I'm going to be waiting for my perfect setup, and then I'm going to execute on that. And from there, if there's another really amazing opportunity, I'll take it. But I'm just trying to get my 1 to 2 winners and run away. Take my money and run, because it is not in an environment to be aggressive right now. And I realize that. So you have to adjust your trading to what the environment is telling you, to how the stocks are moving. So that's kind of the plan. Not going to be an aggressive day, just going to be waiting and waiting for the perfect setup, or for a really, really good setup, and execute on it. All right, we got the coffee, guys. Let's go ahead and get into the trading room. Now, there might be a little bit of an echo, but we got this humongous ass screen. This is 49 inches, and we got the nice supercomputer. I have no clue about how computers work. I literally went to Target, asked for their best one or a really good one, and this is what they gave me. So, and we got this screen. This screen is crazy. So first and foremost, boom, let's get this shit lifted up. Yes, sir. The desk is a little bit dirty. I use Thinkorswim, which is right there, Thinkorswim platform. So that's what we're going to be opening up. All right, we got Thinkorswim opening, and this is honestly my favorite platform. I've tried TradeStation, I've tried other platforms as well, even E-Trade, but Thinkorswim is just a no-brainer. It's such a good layout. I'm gonna show you how I have all my charts laid out, how I have my execution laid out. It's a great platform. Plus you could short penny stocks on it. So let me go ahead real quick and type in my password. All right, got the password in. Now real quick, as you can see, this is live trading. You click on paper money, but we're gonna be clicking on live trading. Have to show that for all the haters, because you wouldn't believe the amount of people that are on like my Instagram and TikTok lives that come, they're like, oh, that's a fake account, bro. It's like, come on guys, like obviously it's not fake. Boom, TD Ameritrade is moving to Schwab. So I guess I have to create my Schwab login. There you go. But as you can see, I'm also connected, real-time data. And let me go ahead and show you guys how I kind of have my charts laid out. All right, we got the 1 minute chart right here, 2 minute chart, 5 minute chart, 15 minute chart. We got the hourly chart. We got level 2 order flow. We got the active trader. This is where I do all of my execution, right? You see buy market, sell market. Then you have the ladder where you could submit stop orders or limit orders. Then we got the daily chart, very, very important. And here we have a chart of the market, which I like to look at throughout the day. A couple more order execution panels and level 2 order flows, okay? And then I got my watch list all the way to the left. So this is what I'm working with right now. And no, you don't need a 49-inch monitor to actually do well as a trader. I've been doing this for like close to 4 years, so I just spoiled myself and got like the biggest fucking monitor I can find. Or actually there's like the Samsung Odyssey, where that thing is like a freaking TV. I think it's like 75 inches. I can't remember exactly how big it is, but that thing is fucking crazy huge. That thing is like too big for me, honestly. Because I went to the store and looked at it, it was too big. It was the Samsung Odyssey Arc. That thing is unbelievable. But this thing, the 49 inch is honestly perfect for what I'm trying to do. Alrighty, now it's game time. Now I'm gonna go and actually create my watch list for the morning. So I'm gonna spend the next 10 to 15 minutes creating the final watch list, and then I'm actually gonna share my screen for you guys. I'm gonna show you my watches, show you how I found them, why I found them, why I'm focusing on them. And then we're gonna, of course, see how those watches play out through the trading day. So time to get to the charts. It's about that time. It's like 8:45 a.m. I'm not that trader who needs like an hour and a half every single morning to create his watch list. 15, 20 minutes. I'm super quick with my analysis. I know exactly what stocks to pick when I'm looking at them, and boom. So I'll see you guys on the charts. So first, I'm going to be actually deleting almost every single stock from yesterday's watch list, and I'm going to completely reset it. So I look at completely new stocks every single day, and you'll understand how I do that and why I do that in just a second. So about to delete this entire list and actually get started with the new list. So first thing I'm noticing as I am starting the watch list process here is that the market is gapping down. So you look at the QQQ, which is the NASDAQ, or if you look at the SPY, we are gapping down actually pretty significantly. This is a, let's see, I don't know exactly, let's see what the percentage is. So the Qs are gapping down 1.5%, which for a large ETF is actually a decent amount. All right, so knowing that the bias for today is probably going to be pretty bearish, that's definitely going to affect the way that I create my watch list. It's going to affect the things that I'm going to be focusing on in the morning. All right, so that's kind of like the mindset. You should always be looking first what the market is doing so you could set yourself a bias for the morning or for the day, right? You need to understand, like, is the market gapping up? Is it opening flat? Is it gapping down? In this case, it's gapping down. So of course that's going to affect things, all right? So still creating the watch list. I'm looking through the stocks right now, and yeah, and this, like I said, takes about 10 to 15 minutes, depending how long the list is. Sometimes it's super long and it's going to take longer, but I am seeing some pretty interesting watches, in my opinion, that are going to be actually quite interesting to watch once the market opens, all right? And oh, by the way, another thing I want to mention is that it is earnings season. So right now is the season where lots of companies are going to be reporting earnings, and as a result, the price of the stock, the price of the company is going to change overnight. And those are the exact type of stocks that I like to watch and that I like to day trade. I'm going to explain more of that in just a second. About Meta is gapping down like 16%, which is a huge gap for Meta. So very interesting stuff here. All right, so we are on the charts now, and I'm going to kind of walk you through exactly how I create my watch list, exactly what I look at. So right here we have the daily chart, and this is what we're really going to be paying attention to. Okay, the daily chart, we have the watch list here. Now, as you could see, I don't know how closely you guys could see it, but here we have something called mark percent change. So if I go to customize, you guys could see that mark percent change. What this calculates is the percentage difference between yesterday's closing price on a stock and today's opening price on a stock. So essentially it calculates the percent change of price that occurred overnight. So what this does is scan for gaps, scan for stocks that changed in price overnight. And those are essentially the only stocks that I trade, stocks that had changes in price overnight. And the reason I only really trade gapping stocks is because, number one, there is way more momentum with gapping stocks compared to non-gapping stocks. They move way more because there's an actual catalyst behind their movement. Maybe some news was released, right? And it doesn't really matter what the news is that caused the gap. Most of the time, like 90% of the time, it literally doesn't matter at all. Who's calling me? Got a phone call. All right. So it doesn't matter. So like now during earnings season, of course, there's tons of earnings. So that's what's causing the gaps. And it doesn't matter whether their earnings were positive or negative. I don't care about any of that. I don't look at the news at all when I trade, essentially. It doesn't drive my decision making. So it doesn't matter what the news is. If the CEO steps down, there's I don't know. I saw a company last week, GL, I think dropped like 60% in a single day because they were accused of fraud, right? We don't really care about the fraud news. What we care is the fact that, you know, what does it look like on the charts? What's the price action looking like? How does the gap look on the price charts? And that's what I do. I look through all the gaps, or all the most interesting gaps that occurred overnight, and from there I select the ones that I like, my favorite ones. So I'm not going to go through the entire list because there's quite a lot of decent, okay, interesting ones. I'm only going to be looking at my favorite ones. So let's start with this LUV. This is one of my favorite gaps for today, and I'll tell you why. So yesterday, LUV closed at around 29 $29, $29.30, something like that, right? And today we're opening at around $26.75, between $26.75 and $27. So somewhere around here. I like it. It is gapping below this support, below that support, or below this entire area of support right here. That's the first and foremost. We're gapping below that area of support. Okay. There was lots of people who bought it here, who when price challenged that same area right here, they bought it. They brought prices back up. Now we're gapping below all of that. From there, okay, what's the next support? Look to the left. Next support is really down here where we have a nice consolidation. So plenty of room for this to drop. It has room until about $25.50 or $24.50, which is $2 of room. So going to be watching this. I like, with gaps, I want to see gaps gap under support or gap over resistance. In this case, we're gapping directly under support with room to fall. Okay, we're also gapping below a decent amount of buying here. That means everybody who bought it from this day, from 416, right, sometime last week, now all the people that are in long here, now they're underwater, right? Now it's gapping against them. They're underwater. Now they're losing on their position. Maybe they placed their stop loss like right here, right? Maybe below the lows of their entry right here. It's clearing that. We're gapping below that. So a lot of stop losses, or a lot of people are going to be like, yo, I was up on the position. Now I'm losing on the position. What am I going to do? I might just kill the position. I might just exit and cut my losses, which causes selling. So LUV is going to be an interesting watch for me. We got TEXT. I think there was a better example. Pins is another one that I'm going to be watching, where we have a nice downtrend. We were consolidating. We have a declining 20-period moving average. And now we're gapping to around 31.10, which is right here. I like how it's gapping under this consolidation. It's gapping under, it's going to be opening below this 200-period moving average. I like that. The issue with this is you look to the left, there's tons of support here. Tons of overlapping candles that might give it issues of actually really moving lower. If it was maybe gapping below the support, like right here to $30, from there, then we have actually plenty of room to fall. So I like the gap under the consolidation, under the 200, but into support. All right, let's look at another one that I think this one is honestly my favorite for the day. There's a bunch of other gaps where I'm just going to give you maybe a list of them. I might post it on the screen for you guys to kind of you can look back and see which other gaps were on my watch list. Okay, well actually you guys could actually see it straight up on the screen right here. So these, you could look through all of these stocks and see how they actually moved today. That'd be a really, really great exercise for you guys. But this one is gapping to around between $52 and $52.40. So somewhere around in this area. This is really, really, really interesting. We have a really strong move down. And in the last 3 days we had, and specifically yesterday, we had a really nice green candle. Lots of people stepped up to the plate and bought it yesterday, right? A lot of people are still in their positions because we didn't have that much selling from yesterday's close with this tail. Lots of people are still long in this, right? And they're going to sleep last night thinking, oh, I'm making money. I'm feeling good about my trade. Maybe I caught the bottom here. And all of a sudden, it went from $54 yesterday to like around $52, like around this area. So now everyone who bought it yesterday is now underwater. They're all losing money. And a lot of them are going to cut their losses, which causes selling. Let's say the price starts to drop. That's going to put even more pressure on people who bought it yesterday. It's opening, like 3% against them, right? But now it's becoming 4% as it's dropping, 5%. And people will start to panic and sell. That's kind of like what we're going for. That's the idea behind this gap. We're gapping below a ton of buying, okay? And we're trapping lots of buyers. So this is a very powerful gap. Really, really like it. Let's look at maybe another one. We got CAT. Really, really nice uptrend on CAT. We pull back, attempt to move up, and now we're gapping to around 341, 342 right here. Interesting. we're into a bit of support, but we do have room to fall if we could break that support. So I like that. So Cat is interesting. I think Riot is a little bit interesting too. We have a move up, big topping tail yesterday, which suggests that the sellers were taking control yesterday towards the end of the day. Now we're gapping to 11.13 with really nice, a lot of room to fall. So Riot, I like. LUV we talked about. Meta is gapping a lot to like 419 right here, but you look at it, support is directly there. If Meta was gapping to like 450 right here, it would have been far better because then we have plenty of room to fall to like 404 right here. But this is gapping to 419, so it doesn't have that much room to fall. So it's still a gap I'm going to be watching. Same thing with this one. If this was gapping to like 87.35 right here, it would have been so much nicer. But this is gapping to like 83.50 directly into support. We're opening around here directly into the 200 period moving average. So not going to be that interested in that one. I'm going to take a quick sip of water. Okay, perfect. Those are the gap downs. Way more interesting gap downs because like I said, let's look at the market. The market is gapping down. The market's opening at like 419 right here. So the market is gapping down like over 1%. Looks lower as well. Big gap and looks lower. So the market's gapping down, which is causing a lot of the other large companies to also gap down. Okay. Or actually the larger companies within the NASDAQ are probably gapping down, which causes the market to gapping down basically because it's an ETF. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Cool. Let's continue. I don't really have that many interesting gap ups, but one of them is this one where we have kind of like a little downtrend consolidation, especially more recently. We've been downtrending. Yesterday we closed at 868 or something like that. It was 870. Today we're opening at 1030, which is right here. I like it. We're opening literally directly above the highs of this consolidation. We're perfectly clearing resistance. We're gapping above some selling that occurred here, a downtrend, which I like that. We're kind of ending a little short-term trend. I like that. So, and in terms of targets, I mean, I'm looking to the left. High is 1185. I'd say that'd be the best target you can get. So there's room for it to move up. I like ULBI. Also, since the market is gapping down so much, and these stocks, we have a bunch of gap ups. These gap ups, the stocks that are actually moving up, who moved up overnight, are showing relative strength compared to the market, right? If the entire market's gapping down, but these stocks are gapping up, that's showing lots of strength. It's like there's something with these stocks that are not causing it to move down with the market, which makes it interesting. Okay. We also got let's see, we got that ULBI. We got PI, so this one's gapping to around, I think 131, or yeah, I don't know exactly where it's opening. It says 128, 129 on the bid, 131 on the ask. So let's say if it does open above 131 around here, I like it. Same idea. Opening above this entire consolidation. We have a red bar yesterday, meaning we got lots of selling yesterday. We're gapping above selling. That's shock value. That's trapping a lot of the short sellers yesterday. So yeah, if this can clear this resistance at like 132, that's going to be really, really interesting as a long. Let's look at other ones. True is gapping to like $77 right here. I like it. I mean, I like how it's gapping above a red bar, but it's into a lot of resistance. If it's into all of this congestion, if it was gapping maybe above it, that would be much better. To like 80, if it was gapping to even above all-time highs, 82.75, that'd be really nice, but that's not the case. What else we got? We got BRFH is gapping all the way to like 180. Yeah, I don't even know what to think of this one. EME is gapping to 360 around here. Yeah, it's gapping above a red bar. I like that, showing relative strength, but directly into the highs. So directly into resistance. We'd want it to clear the highs for us to be interested in it. But all right, guys, so those are the main gaps. I'm also going to be looking at a bunch of penny stocks, specifically SPCE, MPLN, CAN, and TEL. These are penny stocks that I really like to scalp from time to time. So yeah, you guys could actually see the list. If you can't, I'm going to post it on the screen so you guys could kind of see the other stocks that I was potentially looking at. And yeah, that's how I create my watch list. Those are the main ones I'm going to be looking at. And yeah, it's all about gapping stocks. It's all about reading the charts and finding the best opportunities. So let's get it time to, what time is it? It is, oh yeah, we still got like 7 minutes until the market opens. So time to chill out until the market opens. Let's get it. Let's go ahead and get this started here. Also, I'm actually vlogging. So on YouTube, guys, I'm talking to my one-on-one mentorship students. We trade together live every single day. These are students that I personally work with to make sure they're profitable. So they're on my Discord right now. We're trading together. My screen is shared. So hopefully we can all make some money together. And yeah, so right now I'm just looking through stocks, trying to find different setups, different opportunities, different potential setups. Okay. So that's the goal right now. And yeah, I'm just looking through each stock individually. That's the way that I like to do it personally. Okay, BMRN's actually going, yeah, 85, 70. So the stop, this is a move down. We retraced, consolidate. This is a sell setup. I'm going to wait. It's going, but I think I want to wait for this 5-minute bar to finish forming first. But it's already moving. So BMRN is actually working so far. I'm not in it. What else we have? Yeah, honestly, this meta as well, since it's such a big gap right into support, it could also be played as a long, and you could actually flip it long. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. All right. So we're continuing. Haven't taken a trade yet. NOW is a 5-minute 1, 2, 3. We got an igniting bar lower, really big resting bar. So the entry would be under the lows, stop loss would be over the resting bar. Spready, it's a $700 stock, so a bit tough. Has room to fall. I mean, I kind of like it. It's just, it's spready and it's expensive. It's actually going. It's about to trigger. So NOW is a potential idea. I'm going to write that in the Discord. Yeah, it's going. The NOW is actually, we're moving. Meta looks higher, but yeah, Meta's actually starting to move up. I don't know if you guys took that. All right, looks higher if you guys want to try it. What else we got? I haven't taken a trade yet, so no reason to rush here, guys. I haven't seen anything that's that good. Also, we have so many gaps that I think that we're going to get ideas today. Just gotta be patient. What's LUV doing? I like LUV. Maybe we could trade the BMRN in like a minute and a half, and we could short it under this 5-minute bar and then put the stop over it, maybe. But I don't think it's gonna wait. The now is kind of working. The meta is kind of working. Okay, I'm liking LUV more. Okay guys, I think LUV is going to be my first trade here. And what I like about it is, number one, this was one of my top gap downs, one of my top watches to begin with. Next, what I like about it is we kind of retraced, moved back down. We're starting to retrace again. We got the declining 20 period moving average. This is kind of like a little breakdown opportunity, but we're really trading the gap. I think the gap is lower. I think we're going to continue lower on the daily chart. So what I'm going to do is look at the 5-minute chart, and you have a couple options here. You could either, well, I mean, the entry would be under this pivot, under this 5-minute bars low, 2640, and then stop loss would be 27. So that's going to be the trade, and I think I'm going to try this. LUV short under 2640, stop loss 27. All right, so that's probably going to be the first trade of the day. So let's see, it's about a 60-cent stop. No, it's not spready. So 60-cent stop, $400 risk. That's about 650 shares, I believe. Let me check. $400 risk divided by 0.6, 666 shares I can get. So I'm going to get 660 shares and place my entry at 2639. I like how the declining 20 period moving average on the 1 is catching up to price. We're basing into it. So I like it. All right. So we'll see if this actually goes ahead and triggers. Oh, wow, guys, BMRN. You guys remember the BMRN? That thing is working really, really nicely. Now is not working as well. That's the thing, like, it's been quite difficult in terms of, like, we don't know which ones are actually going to work or not. Wow, Meta, look at Meta. Meta's, I'm not in it, but we called it out long, so that's looking really good. Okay, LUV is still kind of consolidating, so no problem. If it doesn't trigger, no problem. It's just no trade. All right, so now we wait. All right, guys, LUV is based right into the declining 1, and it looking like it actually might trigger. So now we just wait until this actually triggers. BMRN worked really, really well. Now is actually working. So I'm seeing trades are actually following through decently. We even have an additional stop. You could actually put your stop over the consolidation at 26.75, but that's a really tight stop. I'm not going to personally do that because you can get stopped out pretty easily. So I'm going to put my stop at the high of the day. It's about a 60-cent stop. First target is the low of the day, but honestly, I'm going for bigger targets than that, just because with my reward to risk, I need to go for bigger targets. Oh, by the way, LUV is actually about to trigger. Okay, it did not fill me. Wow. I did not get filled on LUV. All right, it's coming back. Oh, actually, I did get filled at 35. So I got filled 5 cents late. That's not a big deal, whatever. Okay, but we're in LUV. So now stop loss is at, it's originally at 27, but I think we can immediately lower it to 26.75. So we're not even going to be risking a full risk unit. We're actually going to be saving 25 cents if it does stop us out. Yeah. Okay. So we're in. We're 5 cents late, but that's not too big of a deal. All right, we're moving down here. The question is, I might not make all that much money on this just because my stop loss was at the high of the day. But we'll stick with it and we'll see how it plays out. Oh, got it, Gina. So you're risking more than you want, basically, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we're not even making that much. I might honestly try to wait for maybe a secondary entry to add because, yeah, I'm not, yeah, we would need we need $1.20 out of this in order to make 2 hours, at least for me. All right. I like, honestly, guys, I like the UL. It is a tight stop. I like the UL, but it's an ADR. All right. What else we got? We got IBM looks lower. IBM looks good. Yeah, breakdown. I might hop in here. 160s. What's the stop? 168.60. 168.60. It's about a $2 stop. So I can get like 200 shares. Let's wait until the 15-minute closes on IBM. Let's hope this pops a bit and we can wait for the 15-minute bar to finish forming. And then we can get in. But that's in 4 minutes. I don't know if it's going to wait or not. But I like this IWM short. I might have to just get in with a stop loss of 168.50. Yeah, it's going. I'm gonna have to get in here. I'm not sure. It's moving up a bit, which is good. I want it to move up a bit so I can get in 3 minutes. Let's hope that's what it does. $168.50. All right. All right, guys. UL also looks good, but I just don't know about this one. What is LUV? LUV is moving back up, but no problem. Maybe this sets up as like a secondary entry. And IBM, I like. IBM has also plenty of room to fall on the daily. The UL also looks good, but this is a ADR, which means it's traded overseas, so it's not a real gap. All right. Let's see. All right, IBM is, I think, my next trade for the day. This is a really just nice breakdown opportunity. You look at that 5-minute chart, we have that igniting red bar, we consolidating at the lows. 1 minute chart, 20 MA overpriced, declining. Same thing on the 2 minute. It's a bearish gap, plenty of room to drop. Target, it's like 162. That'd be the 200 period moving average on the daily. Now I'm just waiting for this. You guys, let me see on YouTube. You guys can't see it, but I'm waiting for this 15-minute bar to finish forming. Place my entry under this 15-minute bar because it's a doji bar. I love doji bars for entry bar, so put my entry underneath that doji bar, stop loss over that doji bar, and that would be a really nice entry and stop for it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do in probably a minute. I'm actually going to put my order in the system right now because I think it's actually going to trigger. It's about a $2 stop, so I can get 200 shares. So 166.69. I'll put it under 166.67. That's going to be my entry, and it'll be officially valid in 30 seconds. So I'm putting it in now, but I think it's going to trigger. Okay, so that's set. MNST is moving lower. LUV is actually back up now, so we're actually in the red, but that's okay. I think we're still lower on this. Oh, UNP looks good as a breakout opportunity. But we'll see. What's IBM doing? IBM looking like it's going to trigger. Yeah, IBM is great now. Okay, so we alerted that in the Discord. Mentorship students are on the same. Yep, they're doing all good. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Okay, we're in on IBM. I got filled at 65. Perfect. So IBM, we're in with 200 shares. All right, so we're in IBM. We're still in the LUV. All right, or LUV. Yeah, LUV, I got no issue with what it's doing. All right. IBM is actually going, triggering. I love that. See, everyone on YouTube, I like to see whenever my trades trigger, I like to see like immediate follow through. I want to see my trades when they trigger and go in my favor nicely. And that's what IBM is doing right now. You can see it's actually dropping. We're not making that much, right? Like I'm risking $400 on this trade. We're not even up a quarter. We're up a quarter of one risk unit, right? But I like the way it triggered and I like it. Plenty of room. So for this, we're just going to, nothing to do with it. We're just going to let it play out. LUV, let's go back to that one. LUV is looking fine. Again, there's nothing to do with this. Our stop loss is at 26.75. So we're just going to stick with that. I'm going to look for an opportunity to add on LUV. Aside from that, what else we got? Check out QS. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna go with QS. I don't really like it. I don't see a good setup on it. IBM is back up. Hopefully, we're gonna get some follow through. What's LUV doing? All right, LUV. What we could do is just, if this starts to drop a bit, right? We have the 20 MA on the 2 catching up, but if this starts to drop, we could lower our stop loss again to almost break even. It'll be like over this. Yeah, we could lower it, but our stop loss now is at 72. We're not going to lose a full risk unit. It's not really working though. Yeah, now it's really actually not working, but we'll let it play out. Yeah, I mean, it's moving up here. So stop loss is at 72. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just the way it's been the last few days, this past couple weeks. It's been there's decent looking trades. There's a lack of follow through, lack of getting continuation, and that's just a common theme every single day. I feel like out of 1 out of every 10 setups, it'll follow through really nicely, right? But it's still early. We'll see. I mean, LUV might actually still work. It's right into the declining 20 MA on the 2, so we'll see how that plays out. What's IBM doing? IBM is also not really working. So we're going to see how that plays out. Yeah, guys, I think LUV is actually just going to stop out, I guess. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, the stop is what, 70, 71. Yeah, I'm going to get out. Here, let's see. I'm waiting for a pivot to be formed before I exit. Okay, it's right into the, where's the 2 minute? I can't show you guys on YouTube the 2 minute chart, but it's right into the 20 MA. Okay, it's popping. Yeah, I'm out now. So I'm actually fully out. Hit my stop loss at 75. So lost $257. I mean, my risk is $400. So it's about a little bit more than half of one of my risk units. What's IBM doing? Okay, IBM at least is back down. But yeah, LUV, I'm taking that setup every day. So didn't work, but I thought it was good, so no worries. It's not, at the end of the day, there's only so much control we have. IBM is working. So let's hope IBM kind of really carries us this morning. We'll see. But LUV is a failed trade. Let's continue. IBM is working. Yeah, exactly, Anusha. IBM is looking okay. I'm not up that much, but it's working a bit so far, so we'll see. But honestly, that LUV, I like the setup. You know what I mean? I have no issues losing on that. It's just been like that. I mean, it's been difficult to get follow through. So Meta is working. Oh yeah, Meta. I didn't take the Meta. Oh, but the Meta's working amazing. Yeah, Meta. So. Yeah, I didn't take it. Not sure why, but I don't really trade those big stocks all that often. Yeah, honestly, like despite that's what's frustrating. We're getting lots of gaps like now. Today was a big list, but there's no setups. I'm not seeing quality. I'm not seeing things that are like can't miss really good setups. It's just a reality right now. Setups are kind of quite poor, but we're doing the best we can. We're trying not to get hurt, right? Despite the lack of setups, we're not like losing money. We did have a losing trade so far, but we lost a little bit more than an R. So we didn't lose a full risk because we were able to lower our stop. So I'm looking through stuff now, but I can't really find anything that's remotely interesting. What's IBM doing? IBM, yeah, I mean, IBM is moving back up. All right, how should we manage this IBM? All right, I think what I'm going to do with IBM, guys, it's actually just popping now. Yeah, I mean, IBM, I guess, is going to fail too. Yeah, that's a big pop. I mean, I think what I'm going to do is trail it over this. Yeah, I mean, that's a big pop. All right, well, there you go. I'm going to trail it over this 5-minute bar's high. So in 15 seconds, when this 5-minute bar finishes forming, I'm going to put my stop loss over the highs of that 5-minute bar. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, nothing. We're just not getting follow through, so. Yeah, over 168 on IBM. I'm going to exit it. Over 168.01. That's going to be I think I like that management too. I think that's the correct management. Another thing we can do is actually wait for the 15-minute bar this 15-minute bar to finish forming, and then lower our stop loss to the highs of that. But then we risk getting fully stopped out. So we have a couple of options, but it's pulling in a bit. So I'm going to stick with the 5-minute, especially that I already have a losing trade. I don't want to get fully stopped on this. So yeah, I'm going to trail it above 168. Okay? Did you get in this too, Greg? Huh?
No, I killed it.
Yeah, the first 2 trades are negative. That's just fantastic. It's definitely quite frustrating, honestly. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I like the setup, so I'm not even upset. I like both the setups, so I'm not gonna be upset about it. I would have taken both of these setups on most days of the week. So, all right, IBM, we're waiting. I honestly think it's lower. Like, I feel like it's gonna come back in here. If this could wait 3 minutes, I'll lower my stop to the 15. Let's go. Let's get the move lower here. All right, we're coming back in a little bit, so let's hope IWM comes in. End of the day, and this is more for like YouTube, but for also for you guys and Nusha and Gina, mentorship students, is that our job as traders is to just follow what's right, do what we think is right, that we based off experience, based off tracking all of our trades, we have to do what's right. We do what our plan calls for. We do what's correct based off of our plan. So when things aren't working, but you're following your plan, there's no reason to be upset about it. I mean, IBM is actually coming back in. So hopefully, I mean, there you go. That's actually valid now. So now I'm officially going to lower my stop loss to 168, which is over the highs of that 5-minute candle. So 168.01 is my new stop loss. Okay. So follow your plan, and that's it. That's all you can do. I know that if I follow my plan consistently, I'm going to make a lot of money. So on the days where, things are just not following through, I know it's not me. I know it's more of the market environment. Meta is a very good one. Yeah, Meta worked amazingly. Look at Meta, amazing. That was the biggest winner for the day. And I didn't take it. I didn't try it. The reason I didn't try it is because it's not really my style. I don't really do stuff like this, to be honest. First of all, I don't trade the big companies, just because they're usually like so heavily manipulated by algos. But the other reason I don't do it is because that I didn't take this is because very rarely do I play a gap down long. And it worked really, really well, but I'm not used to trading this sort of style. Yeah, IBM is coming right back up, but we have our stop in place. If it stops out, then it is what it is. We'll take the L and move on. You know what I like? I kind of like the QS. I mentioned it earlier, but I like it better now. Maybe under 99, stop loss 505. It's a tight stop. So maybe give it extra room. I kind of like the QS guys, because what I love about it is that daily chart. It is literally breaking the all-time lows, like right now. It just broke the all-time lows. It's retracing back, and now it's trying to come back lower. All right, so I think I'm gonna give it a try. I like how it's breaking the lows, and it's under support. IBM, we have our stop secured. No reason to even look at it. But what was it? The QS. What, under 99? I like it. Gonna go ahead and call it in the university. QS under 497 short. Stop loss 507. It's coming back up, no issues. Oh, IBM just stopped out officially. So, okay, perfect. First two trades losers, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, everything got bought. That's the issue, all these stocks are following the market. Market big gap down, looks like it's going to move lower, ends up moving up. So it's very difficult to predict that, but all these, that's the challenge of playing market stocks. because when they follow the market so closely, right, and you're, one swing in the market can completely alter your positions. All right, next couple of ideas that we have here is MNST as a potential 5-minute breakdown and 15-minute 1, 2, 3, but more of a 5-minute breakdown, and then the QS, but the QS is very sloppy basing. So, all right, I like MNST, guys. I like MNST. I mean, it's triggering. The stop loss, it's 5280. 5280. Entry is 5240. So 5280, 5240. It's a 40-cent stop. So I can get like 1,000 shares. I'm kind of torn if I want to try this. I like it, but it's extended. But I feel like this could be good. The market ran up a bit. I feel like the market could pull in here, so it could be pretty good timing. All right, I'm gonna try this. Oh, whoops. I accidentally got 2,000 shares instead of 1,000, but
Which one?
MNST. Yeah, I'm like really, geez, I don't know. I got in, but I'm a little bit not that sure about it. It's extended. That's what I don't like about it, but yeah, I mean, I'll just commit to it, whatever. I'm in it. I've committed to it already. Yeah, it needs to break the prior low. That's the issue. The low is at 52.27, so it needs to break the prior low for it to really get going. All right, well, I'm in it. I'm in with you. Yeah, I mean, I'm really not that sure about it. But I like the timing with the market. The market ran up. I think it's going to pull in here. I think it's good timing. I like the 5-minute base. It's a 15-minute 1, 2, 3. I like that. It's a really, really good gap on the daily chart. Plenty of room to drop. The issues with it is that it's into support. It's into the prior low at 27. It's also a little bit extended on the 5. It has some extension from the 20 MA in price, but I'm in it. So I've committed to it already. I don't want to second guess myself, so I'm going to stick with it. And hopefully it works. Hopefully we'll get some follow through here. It's a relatively tight stop too. So, I mean, yeah, relatively tight stop as well. Also, I could probably look to cut my losses early if it's not working. Okay, so MNST we're in. We're gonna just see how that plays out. Let me see if I alerted this in my university in the MNST short under 52. 35 stop loss 52.80. Okay. All right, let's hope this really gets going. Yeah, look at the Q. So now if we're looking at the market's starting to drop a bit, which I like. So really good timing to get in with the market if you want to short something. All right, nice MNST. MNST actually just broke the lows, which is what I needed. So we broke the lows, which I like. And now, yeah, that's a good sign. So now we just have to continue waiting. Oh, QS, guys. Guys, QS, I'm going to get in right here. All right, guys, QS, I got in at 497. I mentioned it earlier, stop loss at 507. Yeah, I mean, I like it. If it could, I'm going to get probably another 1,000 shares. I'll have 4K. 10-cent stop, it's $400 risk. Okay, so I like this QS lower. I just don't like how it dropped already, like a big red bar, and now I'm getting in short. That's what I don't like. But aside from that, I like the setup. And I don't think it might not even care. Yep, I'm going to be adding. Yep, so now I have full size, guys. Let's hope. I mean, the market's dropping. Let's hope this thing follows through here with the market. MNST, what is it doing? Yeah, not doing much. We're probably gonna lower our stop loss on the MNST. QS is moving lower, but let's see how. Yeah, QS is a tight stop, more or less, 10-cent stop. So I like, I think we don't need a huge move to make money here. I don't know how much I'm going to be looking for in the QS, but it looks lower. MNST is back up to our entry price, unfortunately. I mean, I can't get any follow through. But yeah, nothing to do with it. I mean, honestly, I think I might trail this position tightly, maybe to 45, lower my stop loss. So, I mean, it's going to be a really small loss if it doesn't work. But hopefully I just won't have to do that and it'll just follow through. QS is moving down a little bit. All right, guys, it's tough. It's tough, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like, we're not getting follow through, but like we're gonna do the best we can here, and hopefully make some money here. At the end of the day, I feel like we've been trading well. That's all that we can ask for. It's all we can do. It's trade well. QS is working, guys. The question is, how do we manage this? I mean, that's a big red bar. Maybe we can. Yeah, I mean, it's too early to exit. I wasted a whole week figuring out. I think I've worked out. Happy about that. Amazing, Gino. I love it. I know you were like super frustrated about that, but I'm really glad that it's like resolved. All right, MNST is at least. I'm gonna actually add to this MNST. I'm gonna add to MNST under 22. All right, added to MNST, 300 shares under that consolidation. QS, we're in QS. At least QS is back down a little bit. So we could actually lower the stop on, we could actually add to this in like 7 minutes if it waits as a 15-minute 1, 2, 3. It'll be really good. MNST looks good as long as it can continue here. Hey, MNST is looking good, back down. I don't know if you guys are in with me, but that's looking really good. We can just straight up go 15-minute bar by bar. Yep, 15-minute bar by bar with this, and just forget about it, because this could continue lower not the rest of the day, but the next few hours, like for sure. It's a really good gap. Looking lower, the 20 MA is catching up. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. QS at least is going to be probably a small loss. I'm getting out of QS over 98. All right, guys, MNST, we're going to we're going to trail this 50. We're going to lower our stop to 52.30. 52.30 on it. I mean, yeah, it just sucks. We're gonna like essentially just break even on it, which sucks. But I mean, it is what it is. That's the correct management. 52 looks like 52, 50, even 52.25. All right, MNST, by the way. I think I have to. I'm gonna get out. Over 27 right here. I'm out. I didn't make anything on it, but that's the right trail. Yeah, I'm out. No follow through. All right, guys, it's about 11:26 a.m. and happened to choose the one day where I'm actually down quite a bit. So I am down so far about $860. I do have a trade open, which I think was the last one you saw, which was the QS. So I still have this trade open. I honestly think it still looks good as long as it could break down. But kind of unfortunate today. I feel like I actually traded really well. So I'm actually I'm not even upset really about it, because I mean, literally every single one of my trades failed.
every single one. But I'm happy with the setups I took. I think the one mistake was getting into that VFC, that breakdown. I got in way too early. I even said to myself, I don't know if I'm going to include it in the vlog, but I even said that it's extended. It probably needs time to consolidate. But I kind of impulsively got in because I saw the market was dropping. I'm like, all right, I'm going to hop in here. Didn't work. Lost a full risk unit. But we got to keep in mind here, guys, something that's really, really important. Whenever you see people posting profits or posting losses on Instagram, or it doesn't matter where, like that number, the actual number doesn't give us any information at all, right? Like if someone said they made $10,000, that may or may not be a good thing. All right, so let me explain. If you're risking like 50K to make 10K, then that's horrible. But if you're risking $1,000 to make 10K, that's 10 to 1 reward to risk. That's amazing, right? So I'm down about a little bit more than $800. That's 2 R's for me, right? So I risk $400 per trade. So that's one risk unit for me. So I'm down 800 plus. So I'm down about 2 R's. Now on any good winner, I'm going to be making at least 2 to 1 or even 3 to 1. So on a good winning trade, I should be making 2 R's, which is $800 or even $1,200, right? So despite every single trade being a loser for me, I was able to cut my losses and I only lost 2 R's, even though every single trade failed. So that's what I'm talking about, risk management. That's what I'm talking about, limiting my losses. Where even though every trade failed, right? If I was to lose an R in every trade, I would have been down probably like $2,000 today. But I'm only down $800. There's still another 4 or 5 hours left in the day. So yeah, kind of an unfortunate morning, but I followed my plan. Aside from that one mistake, I feel good about my trading. I feel like I'm making the right decisions. My management is good. So sometimes you just don't get the follow through. Today's a weird day with the market gapping down a lot, but it's all good. Let's see how it plays out the rest of the day. All right, so it's about 2 p.m. Eastern. I haven't really taken any other trades besides a couple scalps. Kind of worked back a little bit, but still down about 2 R's, a little bit over $800. So it's all good. Just gonna sit on my hands until I find another good opportunity. I just did an Instagram live. Gonna have to go to the DMV in like 2 hours, and I'm teaching a free class today at 6 p.m. Eastern, where I'm going to show students how to get into trading, couple of strategies, the opportunity that's in trading. You know, I'm going to introduce myself, of course. So that's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern. I usually do it every Thursday. So if you want to go to the next one, or you want to register up for the next one, you could register in the description of this video. It's completely free, about 60 to 90 minutes long. And at the end of it, I do a massive Q&A where I answer all of your questions. So if you want to go to the next one, just register up in my profile. But aside from that, gonna probably get some dinner after the training, after the webinar. And that's basically kind of like my day and what's being planned. But I'm gonna go back to trading, see if there's any other opportunities to make money. And if there is, I'll let you guys know. All right, so I actually just found a pretty decent opportunity, a pretty nice setup. Let me go ahead and show you guys. We're looking at the 15-minute chart here. We got a nice move lower. We retrace, and now we're consolidating into this declining 20 MA on the 15-minute chart. So really liking this setup. I already got about 2,000 shares at 61, but I'm going to add another lot of shares under 56, which is under this consolidation right there. So under 56 right here. I'm going to add another bit of shares. Original stop loss was at 81 right here. Gonna lower it down to like 67 or so. So really liking this setup. I think this is a quality setup. Also the daily gap, if you guys want to look at that, super nice as well, where we had a move down, green bar yesterday, and we gapped below that green bar, directly below support. So I like it. I actually really like it. So let's hope that it actually follows through, because I haven't seen any continuation or follow through this entire day. So hopefully this can make me some money back, and we'll see. Gotta go to the DMV now, but I'm still in that position. Gonna actually add to it if it drops under the consolidation. So probably just gonna manage it off my phone when I'm at the DMV. That's the cool thing about trading. If you're in a trade, you can kind of just do it off your phone if you have to go somewhere. So that's what I'm going to do. It looks really, really nice, and hopefully it actually follows through, because yeah, today's one of those days where nothing really actually continued in my favor, but still thought I traded well. That's all that matters. Followed my plan, and yeah, about to go to the DMV. All right, so we're driving now, going to the DMV. I'm driving, so I can't check my trading view, but we're in the trade. I got the alert on my phone that it triggered my ad on the position, so now I think I have 5,000 shares short on the breakdown, and once we're stopped, I'm gonna actually show you what the position looks like on TradingView off my phone, so just waiting until we hit a red light. So we just stopped, and this is what it looks like on TradingView right now. We could see we got that breakdown from the consolidation and popped back up a bit, so I'm around break even on the trade. Let me go and check what my profit is so far, or whether I'm about break even on the position. Okay, so yeah, my stop loss is at like 67 or something, so we'll see how it plays out. Going to be watching it on my phone, but charts look good so far. And yeah, I mean, target would be this previous low here at like 36, but even if it hits 40, I'm probably going to exit my position. So wish us luck. So the DMV is literally the worst place on this planet, but luckily enough, the lady liked me a lot and she printed out my license before everyone else's, so that's good. In terms of the trade, I ended up closing it out, took a small loss on it. It didn't really follow through, so as soon as I saw that, took a small loss on it. And yeah, so tough trading day, but honestly, I'm not even upset, because at the end of the day, I thought I traded well. I thought every decision I made, it was pretty logical. So I know if I trade like this every single day, more likely than not, I'm going to make a lot of money. So that's all that I care about. But it's around 5:20 p.m. My webinar, my free class is at 6. So that's where I'm driving to right now, driving back home to the, how's this guy doing? Boom. And then, so yeah, webinar's at 6. Getting ready for that, getting mentally prepared to educate people. And yeah, hopefully I'll be seeing you on the next one. It is about 9:30. I finished the free class about an hour and a half ago, and I decided not to go for dinner. I actually ordered some Indian food, which is coming pretty soon. Got some butter chicken. I love that stuff. So yeah, as of right now, I'm just gonna probably chill for the rest of the night, go to sleep probably pretty early within the next hour or so, and get up tomorrow and do it all again. So this was my first vlog ever on YouTube, so I think it was a pretty good video. Hopefully it's gonna turn out to be a really nice video, but I will definitely see you on the next one. Make sure you subscribe and let me know what other styles of content, or let me know what other topics you want me to talk about in these videos. Can't wait to see you guys on the next one, and can't wait to do my next vlog. We'll see how this video turns out, make some improvements, so hopefully the next one is even better than this one. I'll see ya.